Well, it's that time of year, Thanksgiving, time to get together with family, eat food, and talk politics. Well, hopefully not, but it happens. Leigh Richardson from the Brain Performance Center in Dallas is with us, and this is such a big pitfall for some families.
Well, it's interesting, John, because politics can be a tough discussion any day of the year. And why we even think about going close to that on a day of the year when we're supposed to be focused on gratefulness and being thankful and being with the people we love that maybe we haven't seen in a long time.
But it certainly does happen. What's your opinion on why we're prone to do so?
Well, I think we've got some people in the family, and every family's got one of those pot stirrers. They just love to stir the pot, and politics will do it absolutely every time. And even if you're the same party, there's so many values associated. In the last year, so many things have changed on our horizon that have really should not be playing into politics, but are. And it's so when you touch people's core values, that brain's gonna react, and that you got to think about how that brain works. 2/3 of those cells in that right hemisphere are always scanning for danger. It's the same brain we had back in the caveman days. Somebody throws that bomb out there on politics and somebody else is going to pick it up, and really makes it hard for the hostess because, you put a lot of work into planning the food and the day. And sad to say, you got to put some work into planning the family dynamics too.
So when something does get brought up, I know none of our listeners would engage in these conversations, but when something does get brought up, what's the best practice to try to get things back on track?
Well, you're right. You got to reel it in. And so, I think the best advice is that whoever's hosting has house rules. And when everybody gets there, just, so thankful to see you. And house rules, no talking politics. And like I know, that's probably going to work 90% of the time. But when it doesn't, and that person goes into that political, I always laugh about it, stand up and say, Uncle Bob, could you just come help me in the kitchen for 5 minutes? I really need your help. So Uncle Bob comes in and you say, Uncle Bob, I really appreciate if we'd stay away from politics. And you're such a great storyteller. Can you tell the family the story of, and whatever it is? You got to reframe it. You got to redirect it. But you're right. You certainly don't want to confront that person and just make it a bigger deal.
Yeah, let's keep the debates to, things that really matter, like mac and cheese or mashed potatoes. Or
there are mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes.
Yeah, is it pecan or pecan? Stuff like that,
Yeah.
Leigh Richardson from the Brain Performance Center in Dallas. Thank you so much for the time.